Hey everyone, I'm back again. I just made a bit of a racist joke about Australians, especially white Australians. And it's not to hate or anything, it's just to make some light humor. Go back and watch the video of the racist white joke. But racism is actually quite a serious topic, and it's something I probably should tackle more often, especially since I have been a victim of racism. And I think I would admit that I have been racist myself in the past. Like, have you ever wondered why people, human beings, are racist? Why do we discriminate so much? And then I was wondering that, and I thought to myself, well, it's because we have been discriminated ourselves, so we just return the favor. We people who are racist, they're racist because they have been a victim of racism themselves. So they just do what they know best, and that's to be racist themselves. I believe that in order to break these barriers of racism, we need to actually understand why racism happens and come together as a race, as human beings, not as one race or another. Like people look at me and say, okay, where are you from? Who are you? Where are you from? And I say, well, it depends on the question. Are you asking me for where I was born? Are you asking me where I grew up? Or in what they would do in Turkey is they would be asking you where your parents are from. Those are three different questions and with three different answers. If you were to ask me where my parents are from, they're from the middle part of Turkey, whereas I was born in the southern border of Turkey. Some of you might know as, well, it's called Antalya, which is quite a touristy spot, so some of you might know it. Whereas my parents took me to Australia when I was a baby, 1 years old, and I literally grew up in Australia. So I consider myself to be Australian with Turkish roots. In an essence, the question "Where are you from?" is a loaded question, and it's saying to the person that's being asked, especially for me, it was a loaded question because I considered myself as an Australian. And when someone asked me where I was from, it would to me, it was common sense. I was Australian, but what they implied was I wasn't white, so how could I be Australian? And now, I mean, these days I don't have any issues. People ask me where I'm from. I know they're genuinely interested on one of those three questions on where I was born or where I grew up. But yeah, racism exists all over the world. I mean, right now we're in here in Malaysia, and even in Malaysia, there's racism existing between local Malays, the Chinese communities, and the Indian communities. So it's not unique to Australia, it's not unique to Europe, Asia, the Americas. It's all over the world. Why do we do it? It's really an interesting topic. Um, I don't have a definite answer. I'm sure there are people who have researched it, studied it, researched human nature, and to a degree, I like to think that as humans, we like to categorize. We like to categorize people and say, okay, this race have this race of people have these characteristics, and this race of people has these aspects to them. So we would like to. That's how we understand by categorizing. But what we're doing in a sense is we're dividing each other. We're saying this race is better than this, and that race is worse than that. So we start developing stereotypical ideas on people. Okay, we say, okay, that person, he looks like he's from Asia. So he has these characteristics. When in reality, that person can be from Australia or from Canada or from South Africa. We don't know. We need to talk to that person and ask them where they're from. And even then, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, we're all from the planet Earth. We're all humans. We are all the same species, but we have this need to break each other down by categorizing each other and saying we're from this part of the world. Which brings me to my next question. Why, in this modern society, why do we still have borders? Why do we have countries? Why are there people dying for no good reason? Why are we killing each other? I mean, there's so many questions. Um, I don't know, but these are the sort of questions that I like to ask myself and ask other people. Why do we hate? Why do we hate each other? We should be loving each other. We should be embracing each other and celebrating what we have and not fighting over what we don't have. We should share more, understand more. Now, it may come across, it sounds like I'm preaching and I'm religious. I'm actually quite the opposite. But religion's not a topic I want to get into. Everyone has the right. I believe in tolerance. I believe that everyone has the right to believe in their belief as long as it doesn't have an impact on others. They can believe in whatever they want. Actually, there's a good Turkish saying for this example. A snake can live 1,000 years as long as it doesn't affect me.